Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney was asked Saturday why it felt like he was going to war with the U.S., a trade war.
Because we were attacked. Like you're at war when you get attacked.
Carney said talks between the U.S. and Canada to end President Trump's threats of a 50% tariff on a wide variety of incoming Canadian goods were going well, as Trump himself said. But those talks broke down on Friday because Carney said the Trump team essentially moved the goalposts at the last minute.
We cannot accept what they've offered, and we will not give what they've asked.
Carney said the U.S. wanted to change tariff conditions on its imports of Canadian steel, aluminum, and cars. And he said the U.S. suddenly tried to limit Canada's ability to do trade deals with other nations, which Carney said would put limits on Canada's economy and its culture.
It's a power play, becomes a question of sovereignty. And using Canada effectively as more leverage for America, clearly, Canadians wouldn't accept that.
The Trump team says it was Canada that tried to move the goalposts and said the U.S. was offering significant reductions in those tariffs on steel, aluminum, and cars.
It's not going to have a huge hit on the Canadian economy. But as somebody who's worked in politics, it will have a big political hit because the people affected, the people in the alcohol industry, the people who make the furniture, the dairy farmers, they're going to feel the pain themselves, and they are going to make their disfavor with these tariffs well known. And Mark Carney is going to have to retaliate for his own political purposes.
In fact, Carney could target American products largely made in Republican-leaning U.S. states, meaning those industries and their voters could feel more pain as the country heads toward the midterm elections. Since Trump launched his global tariff push last year, most of the measures have been struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. And for those nations he continues to target, only two have fought back: China and Canada. Carney says he'll roll out his retaliatory tariffs on September 8th. But as we've seen before, when trade wars get this intense, they tend to get resolved pretty quickly. Andy Roesgen, TRT World, Washington.